It's the right deal. It's the right way for this whole set of...
I asked you, given the price, is it the right deal? Is the answer still yes?
It's a big price. It's a $21 billion premium over what Sky was trading at prior to this whole process. But look, it's more valuable to Comcast than it was to Disney. It's a great win for Sky and Fox shareholders. You got a lot to prove when you're effectively buying an asset like this at 14 times, where it's basically one-way satellite distribution, one-way linear channels. But in the scheme of all the strategic issues at play, this is far more valuable to Comcast than it was to Disney. And quite frankly, I thought this was a crazy thing for Disney to try to own relative to what its core business is all about.
MoffettNathanson, in their downgrade of Comcast today, makes the point that the EBITDA, the price per EBITDA, is now 15 times. This deal takes up to 15 times from 8 times. And another downgrade on the street, Oppenheimer, says that they would prefer if Comcast invest more heavily in the United States, where the competition in both wireless and streaming is much more fierce. I'm going to key off the words that you use: linear distribution, one-way satellite distribution. I'm going to ask you again, was this worth the price?
Well, I have never been a believer that the Sky asset is an easy ticket to becoming a global OTT provider of the scale of Netflix. But it is 23 million subscribers. It has a blossoming OTT business. And if your core business is what Comcast is, owning distribution platforms and owning channels, and how the combination of the two can create more value, they are the right owner of this asset, and they're the right ones to be able to drive that value. Did they get this? Did they get a good price for it? No, but they got a price that. I think if you believe that they have the ability to grow an international business off of this, where they were otherwise locked into the United States, Comcast unleashed as a global player with a key piece of the global media chessboard, you can certainly get to a growth potential down the road that makes this a worthwhile transaction for them.
What is at its core, what is the real value of these assets? In other words, or where is the real value? It would seem to me that satellite distribution is probably not it, but something else then must be. So what is it?
Well, if you look at all of these companies, Disney, Fox, and Comcast, as having ambitions to get into a different level of business than the linear channel business that they're in today, but being in a position that they are needing to build upon their current expertise. Sports is critical to all these companies. Fox has defined itself going forward as a sports and news service. Disney is with ESPN, and now with the ESPN Plus service, all about sports. Comcast, obviously a huge sports position, and they pick up more sports potential with the important sports assets that Sky has. Disney also gets some significant sports elements out of this transaction with the Star and India properties, which give it some major beachhead in terms of sports in Asia. And I think my prediction is that Fox is actually going to buy back the regional sports channels that Disney just effectively bought, but was forced by the Justice Department to give up. And I think sports consolidation within Fox will be a even bigger part of their future going forward.